to another episode of Agric. Today on Arcn television, Mabushi Abuja. I am Khadija Oluwatoyin Amin.
The Executive Secretary of the Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria, ARCN, Dr. Abubakar Adamu Daban, has charged the Federal Colleges of Agriculture, FCAs, to redouble their efforts in training, research and extension services in line with the federal government's food security agenda. Dr. Daban gave the charge during his tour to Federal College of Agriculture, Akure, where he commended management and staff for their commitment despite sectoral challenges. He stressed that the colleges play a critical role in advancing the mandates of the ARCN and the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security. He noted that agriculture remains a major driver of Nigeria's economy, with even greater expectations under the Renewed Hope agenda and the declared emergency on food security. We must strengthen research, training, and extension to fast-track innovation, boost productivity, and help Nigeria achieve the SDGs by 2030, Dr. Daban said.
I commend the leadership and staff of this college for your dedication to our shared vision, despite challenges confronting the sector. I look forward to working closely with you to strengthen your effort, align with the national priorities, and deliver greater impact for your country. As you are aware, our work is central to our culture, one of the strongest drivers of the Nigerian economy. Expectations are even higher today under the Renewed Hope agenda of the President and in light of the recent declared state of emergency of the security. As constituent of the National Agricultural Research System, NARIS, we must therefore strengthen our research, training, and extension activities to foster innovation, raise productivity, boost agricultural GDP, place Nigeria on track to achieve the sustainable development goal by year 2030. Agricultural research as an energy and engine of growth must accelerate through stronger activities for training and session. Upon my assumption of office, the charge from the Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Honorable Senator Abubakar Harry was loud and clear. The NARIS and defenders must renew their focus on the delivery of their primary mandates, agricultural research, training, and extension. I therefore pass the charges to you today. Prioritize the training of middle-level manpower for agriculture, expand vocational training and skills acquisition program, and strengthen the dissemination of research technologies, among others.
Disclosed that ARCN is engaging with the Tertiary Education Trust Fund to ensure the agricultural research subsector benefits from its interventions. The Council, he added, has also reinitiated the review of the conditions and schemes of service for the National Agricultural Research Institute, NARIS and FCAs in collaboration with the Office of the Head of Civil Service of the Federation to improve staff welfare and institutional performance, reforms underway including strengthening the monitoring and evaluation system, updating management guidelines for NARIS and FCAs, and advocating for upgraded laboratories, workshops, and infrastructure across institutions.
The Council will all that is necessary and required support you in fulfilling your mandates. We are also having positive engagement with Tertiary Educational Trust Fund with the aim of enabling our subsector to be benefit from their laudable intervention. Those discussions have been promising and we will continue to engage fruitfully and advocate vigorously until it becomes a reality. Why I say this that we have already started MOU with the TED Fund. We went there 2 days of my assumption of office. We talked to them the need for us to go back to that community. They asked why. I said, I, for one, benefited from that system. and we're operating. I was also a lecturer from Polytechnic, where I also graduated HND. And I found myself in the same community again, where my members are not benefiting. So it will be wise for me now to come closer to you now to request for this to be done. He told me that, yeah, the request comes at the right direction. Being the former PAM secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, he knows our problem very well. But now it's constrained by law that the case is the National Assembly now, that they are still trashing it. We should follow up to know the stage that we are now. So we now know how we press our button to see that the bill is still the light of the day. That's what we've been doing. By making a lot of consideration with the people, meeting them, and how to see that the bill comes out. But then we say we cannot live here without going home with something. We now say we now enter MOU with them. So that MOU now is going to give us opportunity to get fund or what they call intervention. And one of the problems, the fund is coming, but before it arrives, we want to identify the problems, where and where the fund should go to. We'll not prioritize the challenges. So one prioritize challenges, so we'll not be to know where and where we should go with the fund. By the time the fund is available, we are going to invite all the provosts and the ED. We have gone around, we have prioritized the challenges. This is how we want to go with it. It will have to be in phases because of the fund will not be available to carry out all the problems. So when we put it in phases, at least by the time this phase finished, by next phase, it's a continuous process. And other ones are there. We have met the World Bank, CBN, NADIF, so they can give us support. And for NADIF, we are getting support from them because they have taken out the baseline assessment, of which about 6 of our schools, NARIS and FCAS have been selected as the pilot survey to start with them. But then when we are given the data, we say no. We appreciate what you have done, but we want to do more by expanding the scope to 12. That it will go far because the food security is a challenge given to us by Mr. President, which we cannot afford to fail in. If we want to succeed in this struggle, this agency has the mandate to revolutionize the agricultural system in Nigeria. So we need funding. And right now we are waiting to them. We are still waiting for additional 6 to be added to what we have before. Those discussions have been promising and will continue to engage fortfully and advocate vigorously until they become a reality. In addition to the council have initiated the review of the condition and scheme of service for both NARIS and FCAS. Why about this? That when I come on board, the unions have approached me that they are given the council by December 2025. If not is done, they are going to down their tools. Being a comrade, I said no. I'm a comrade to benefit welfare and enhance institutional performances. We are all working closely with Office of the Head of Service, Civil Service of the Federation, as well as other relevant stakeholders to ensure a smooth and exclusive process. Furthermore, the Council is taking a deliberate step to strengthen the monitoring and evaluation framework for the subsector. Here, MIE is very, very important. Most of the projects are having lack monitoring, proper monitoring. There's monitoring, but it's not proper. So, by coming, we want to strengthen the area of MIE. It's very, very important. Just when we have a project, if we do monitor it, we shouldn't believe those projects are established here. If you do it anyhow, you also receive you'll be at the receiving head. So let's strengthen the issue of MIE is very, very key. So we want to emphasize on that. All the provosts and EDs should take it serious. A stronger MIE system will allow us to better track process. We want to track the progress, identify the gap, and support institutions more effectively. If you have a proper record of what we are doing, you monitor the project, be construction, be supply, everything. No, you're better. Sometimes you have you want to supply maybe a chair or a facility. If you don't monitor it, they may supply substandard. When you go there, maybe you go to store, you are supposed to meet 1,000 set of that, maybe only 100. When I tell you, say, don't worry, they will bring it. They only go around and give you peanuts, and you take it. You have already betrayed the system, which will say no more to that. And that's why, by this visit, I want you to understand that we are setting a team of assessment team from the council, composed of verifier, audit, accounting department, procurement officer. Why we want to strengthen the MIE? We want to go around to see. This is where the team, after my visitation, they are coming. So, Provost, we want to receive the assessment team to see for the past years. Verifier will do his work. MIE will do his work. Because we need the data for planning. When we are planning for next budget, we have many issues on ground. We don't plan. We don't go out to know what do we have, how do we have it, which one have we used, where do we stop. Look at the priorities, area of priority, reflect current reality, and to enhance seamless conditional across the system. It is also important to state that there is a critical need for an up-to-date staff audit. Here at the council, after meeting with the team of management team, I need to know how many people are working here. The council, all the schools, bought the materials, everything belongs to council. So whatever you see here belongs to me. By the power vested on me by Mr. President, all the schools, all the narrows are vested on the council power. So then we all the responsibility to monitor, supervise, and coordinate effectively for system to move. So on that note, we need to have staff audits. And this is how we want to do it. We want to collaborate. We are already collaborating with a private sector driven that will give us a robust platform where all stars, when we are ready, that's why MIE department should be alive, and I can attest to that. When we are here, we have a Zoom meeting now. I can say the departments are alive. Thank you for that. They are very, very efficient in that department. So we are using the department after what I finished with all our necessary support. Then we now have a platform, one platform. Everybody will go there and log in your system. You log in your system, scan your results, you put everything there. We'll add to on that platform. After you finish your everything, we'll give you a grace to do that. After that, we'll now put on database. What you give us now will now come around with a team that will go around school by school, narrows by narrows. There's not by proxy. You must be there live because they want to capture you. Plus a team, the necessity of the staff of their college. It will surprise us. We have some staff here, but they're not here. All over the country. I have the track record. But I don't want to mention him. That is your brother, is my brother. I don't have to indict anybody. But that day, you cannot be in London and come and capture that day. It's not possible. Most of them are not here. Some of them are far away here. We are still taking salary. Because it's his brother, it's a Catalan brother. If you talk, they say you are enemies of progress. Your brothers are there, looking for job, graduating every day. You don't have job. Workshop, instruments, and infrastructure facilities across narrows to acceptable minimum standard. We know we cannot achieve the 100%, but at least to some extent, like our laboratory practical is the key. So we are going to understand that the practical should be 80%, go by the core standard, and then 20% of theory, just to create job opportunity. Even after you leave the school, you can still be employed. You can also be self-employed, do your work around it.
Dr. Daban directed the FCAs to submit annual budgets, quarterly reports, and annual reports promptly, maintain proper communications channels with the Council, provide updated staff nominal rules annually, submit lists of staff due for promotion with relevant documentation ahead of examinations, forward new research technologies developed to the Council for system-wide updates. He also urged the colleges to accord due respect to ARCN staff on official assignments and to continue fostering innovation and collaboration.
All FCAS are hereby directed to 1. Present and submit their proposed annual projects to the Council. 2. Maintain proper channels of communication in all engagement. When you are writing to the Council, you don't jump Council. Council coordinate your activities. You write to the minister direct. The man bring it back to me. If anybody found on that direction, I have no reason, have any objection than to give you a query, issue a query to you. Because we have to follow this channel. From Council to PAMSER to Minister, that's how it flows. So let's understand that. Submit quarterly reports in line with ministerial deliverables, as well as annual report to the Council as required by the law. What we are doing here, we are acting by the law. By the characteristics that we don't work, we work, we act. And then what happened here is the law, the act, that purely give us that. Submit properly to the Council a list of new research technology developed. If you have any development, let's see this research. So that we want to know, are we making progress or not? If you have the year, you didn't bring it to us, we don't know. Have you released any new varieties and other orders? There's no. So that we will document it in our own archive and it will be published. Submit update staff manual nominal rule as at 1st January of every year. It's compulsory. At the beginning of every year, you must submit the nominal rule, because there will be update. Promotion has taken place. You update your nominal rule. So that will help the system to grow. Submit the list of staff qualified for promotion. Submit the list of staff qualified for promotion, along with all relevant documentation to the Council at least 1 month ahead of promotion exercise. Always understand that, very, very important. And accord due respect to RSS staff, send on any official assignment to the college. This is a problem in the past, but now we want you to be a thing of the past.
Our collective responsibility is to ensure agriculture drives growth, creates jobs, and guarantees food security for our nation. Dr. Dama also explained how the condition of service works. He said the push is not over as separate detailed condition of service for the colleges and institutes is underway.
The house was not built in a day. So by that adage, we are working around the clock to see that that problem is addressed squarely. And that's why we have give the directive to the school, to the college, to send a memo to us so that from there we'll take it from there. Because we want to know where they have stopped. That's why we came here for a visit, to know where they have stopped, where they are. So we want to know where to take it. We don't want to tap into the issue that we don't know the source and don't know how they have gone. But now it was so clear that they are animal within, and which we are going to deal with squarely.
Receiving the guest, the acting provost, Federal College of Agriculture, Akure, Ondo State, Professor Alayande Foloronsho, appreciates the executive secretary and the executive of the school for the support. He begged that the executive secretary should help bring back ETF and TET fund for interventions for institutes and colleges of agriculture. He also begged for intervention for the issue of land grabbing, as he complained that students and staff are no longer safe in the college.
We have been affected in many ways. They have destroyed most of the economic trees, student projects, and the lives of staff and the students. We are not safe. Anytime we are going out, we always pray to God that let us return back to our destination in peace. So they have done a lot of destructive things that we are calling on to the federal government to come to our aid.
And it's on that note that we wrap up for this week. Please join us again next week for another educational episode of Agric Today. I am Khadija Oluwatoyin saying bye for now.